A decision by Bankruptcy Judge Craig Goldblatt of Delaware prompted me to think about how we should be giving notice to creditors in bankruptcy cases. In the case that confronted Judge Goldblatt, the debtor had sent a notice of the bar date to the incorrect mail address for the creditor who happened to have the largest unsecured claim in the case. However, the debtor also sent notice of the bar date by email to the actively used email address of the company's principal. For Judge Goldblatt, the question was this: was the notice sent by email sufficient notice to make that creditor subject to the bar date and bar an otherwise late filed claim? Judge Goldblatt said that notice by email does comply with due process requirements, but in bankruptcy, you also have to comply with the bankruptcy rules. And there he said that notice by email is not compliant with the bankruptcy rules, and therefore there was no adequate notice of the bar date. This led me to think, this is the year 2021. Mail is something that many of us rarely ever use, except perhaps to receive some of our bills. On the other hand, how do we communicate mostly? Well, that's by email. It seems to me that the Rules Committee should sit down and think about how we give notice in bankruptcy cases. I think surely we will continue always to give notice by snail mail, as it's often called. But from my point of view, these days, the least reliable method for receiving a communication is by ordinary snail mail. Delivery services or email are really, I think, much more reliable, better proof of service, and more likely to reach the destination. So I think we ought to think about whether, in addition to snail mail, bankruptcy notices also should be given, perhaps on multiple occasions, by email. Because, let's face it, email is dirt cheap. Perhaps there's no better way to give notice in bankruptcy cases than to send out several emails designed in a fashion to escape the junk pile of the recipients. You can read about Judge Goldblatt's opinion in my column, Rochelle's Daily Wire, which appeared on October 27 on the ABI website. I will return same time next week with something I hope that's interesting from the world of bankruptcy. Until then, be well and good day.